Life Pro vibration plates. So I'm just going to a little bit of time for people to get online and show you what we need. So I am going to be on my Rumblex Pro 4D, and as you pop on the air, let me know what platform you're using, where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions at all, I'll answer them later on after we get done with the live stream. So a little bit about me. I'm a certified personal trainer, yoga therapist, Pilates practitioner, and health coach. And I'm working with people just like you that want to live to be fit, strong, and healthy during COVID and beyond. And what better way than on one of our vibration platforms. So today's practice is going to be yoga and Pilates. We're going to mix that. We're going to merge the two together. We're going to infuse the ancient art, the principles, and the asanas that are used in yoga. And many of these I have already taught you in previous classes. And I'm going to infuse the Pilates part of the practice. So I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Joe Pilates, who is the creator of Pilates, Joseph H. Pilates, actually pretty much borrowed all his postures, all the poses from yoga. So you'll see that many of the things that we do, if you know anything about either one, you'll see how they're very similar. So the nice thing about the yoga practice is that we work a lot on working with energy, and that's why we're on a vibration platform, because we're really going to tune up that energy and really up-level the energy. Now, in Pilates, it's very much about control, fluid movements, mindfulness in anatomy, and breath work. So it's really a nice combination. And I'm just going to wait about a couple more minutes, and I'm going to sneak preview to tell you that this is the last of this series, but next week I'll be joining you on Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't know if I'm letting the cat out the bag, but I'm super excited. I can't wait to share this news. We're going to be coming live on Mondays and Wednesdays, same time, and I'm going to talk about and educate you and take you through a therapeutic yoga practice for the chakras. And the chakras, if you're not familiar with, are all these vortexes of energy that are in our body, from our root chakra all the way to our crown. So energy, working with energy. We're going to learn more about it on Mondays. There'll be a little educational piece to learn about a specific chakra and the poses. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be taking you through an actual practice. So if you miss Monday, it's okay. We'll have it recorded. If you miss Wednesday, it's okay. We'll have that recorded. But we'll have a nice series for 7 weeks. Actually, then we're doing 8 weeks because I'm going to do a grand finale. So I'll be with you for almost another 2 months, and I'm super excited. So let's begin. Here's what you need. Your vibration plate. And if you don't have one, don't worry. If you're joining me live for the first time, you're going to see how much more fun and how we up-level our practice using vibration, using energy. I like you to have two yoga blocks. If you don't have that, I mentioned before in previous lives that you can use toilet paper rolls, but yoga blocks are really, really going to be handy. If you have a belt from a robe or for your pants belt, if you've got a dog leash, or I'm using actually one of the resistance bands that we get with our vibration plate. So you can just use one of those. We're going to use it for one of the postures. And a blanket. This is a yoga blanket. I like to put it on the platform to kind of soften it a little bit, because in these poses, we want to think that, these are therapeutic moves. We want to work on issues in the tissues gently, but I got to tell you, some of these Pilates exercises are going to really crank up the core a lot more. So yeah, I'm very excited to take you through this and then into our chakra series starting next week. So let's begin with getting on your platform. Take your blankets, and what I like to do on the blankets, and if you have a beach towel or whatever, I like to cover the edges of it just so it's a little softer. Now before we do that, let's start by powering up the plate. I'm going to go on to a oscillating and a lateral move. If you've got some of the other platforms, the waver, the hover, the turbo, you're just doing oscillating, that's great. And remember, these are in very low levels. We're not cranking it up here. This is not one of our fitness classes. This is all about therapeutically working and releasing and moving energy around. So I'm going to start with that. What I said is let's get it right here. I'm going into the lateral and the oscillating, and I'm going to start with a speed of just about 2. I think that's all we'll need right now. So I'm going to put the blanket over and have a seat. Now I'm going to sit facing you, but you can sit on your platform. If you're on the Rumlex Pro 4, it's got a curved platform. You can sit on it facing outward, but I'm going to sit next in front of you. So we're going to go ahead and put our hands, cross your legs, and place your hands on your knees, palms up. And if it's comfortable for you, I'd like you to close your eyes and just listen to my voice for right now. We're going to take in just a normal breath. Just kind of breathe in and feel your breath. With your eyes closed, notice, are you a belly breather? A chest breather? Just notice the breath. Don't change anything about it. Maybe you can hear your breath. Feel it. And now let's move the breath. Place your hands on your belly, at least one hand, maybe 2, and then breathe into your belly. Take a nice big breath in through your nose, breathing into the belly, and then exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Feel the belly rise on the inhale, and exhale. Feel it tighten up. And then place your hands on your rib cage. You're going to breathe into the belly and then expand the ribs. If you look at my fingers, if your eyes are open, notice my hands. My fingers expand and they contract, they close in. Kind of like elevator doors. Inhaling and exhaling. More of a rib cage or diaphragmatic breathing. And then place your hands on your heart. Breathe into your belly, your ribs, and then feel the breath come up to the heart. The heart lifts, the collarbones lift. You fill up with energy and breath. And then exhale the belly and the ribs and then the heart. So you notice the heart softens. The hands just kind of sink into it. Do that one more time. Belly, ribs, and heart. And then take a nice big sigh out. So we use that breath to center ourselves. So open your eyes if it's closed. And now let's work on flexing the spine. It's very important, and I'll turn this way to show this. Take a yoga block, or have your yoga blocks handy. And you're going to sit again in that cross-leg position, hands on the knees, and we'll pull the navel in, hold on to the knees, tuck the chin, and look toward your belly button. Exhale all the air out. Now on the inhale, you're going to pull the knees and lift the heart and find an arch in the back. It might be even helpful, and I'll give you options all the time, to take your hands behind your knees together and exhale. Now this is called a C curve. We're flexing the spine. The belly is tight, contracted, all the air out. And inhale, separate your knees, feet together, and lift. Pull your elbows and shoulders back. And we'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, chin toward chest. Inhale and lift. I always kid around. An advanced move is lifting your corners of your mouth while you breathe in. Very advanced move to smile during this practice. Great. Now, from flexion and extension, I'm going to just turn around here so you can see me. We're going to go to a side bend. So I'm going to have the yoga blocks handy at my side. Reach your right arm up, stretch up, and get that nice big stretch. Hand goes behind the head, and then bend your elbow and side bend. Take one more breath and feel the ribs expand on the right side. Inhale, and then hand comes down, exhale. Inhale, the left arm comes up, stretch, and then I'm going to put my hand on my block, bend the elbow, and come over. Hang here for a second. My elbow's bending. You can see I'm kind of jiggling because I'm on oscillation and lateral. Breathe in, breathe out. And let's do that a little bit more with rhythmic moving and moving the blocks. Inhale, exhale, and over. Sweep there. Inhale and exhale. One more time, exaggerating this next one. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hand behind the head. You're going to look toward the floor, rotate, a little bit of rotation, and then look up to the sky. Extension with flexion, side bending, and come back up. Inhale, and then side bend. Hand goes behind the head, and let's rotate in a side bend. And then inhale, Open up the heart. And then come back to center. So the last thing we're going to do here is actual rotation. So both hands reach up, shoulders are dropping. We'll rotate to your right first. Left hand on your right knee. Right hand's going to reach back, look back, stretch back. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, both arms come up, shoulders relax. You can bend your elbows. And then rotate. Think of it this way. It's your belly, it's your ribs, it's your chest, and then your head. And then the arm stretches. So you're really starting the twist deep from the platform. Both arms come up, inhale, and now rotate. Belly, ribs, chest and shoulders, head, then arm stretches. Get that full rotation. Inhale, both arms up, shoulders relaxed, and then belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, head, and arms. And last time, big breath in. Hands come back on the knees, and let's flex the spine. So we should be our spine's nice and warmed up for the rest of this, and now we'll go into the work. So I'm going to ask you to straighten your legs out, grab your 2 yoga blocks and your strap. So the first yoga block is going to go underneath your feet. The second yoga block is going to go between your thighs somewhere. This helps with a nice, strong inner thigh connection. And find a comfortable spot. You can move, I call these the treasures in the trunk, lift up the sitting bones. And we're flexing our feet. Take your strap and bend your elbows and try to really drive your heels forward and stretch your hamstrings. We're in a nice L shape. Spine is stacked. The ears are over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. So this is a seated version of mountain pose in terms of posture, but it's known as Dandasana, staff pose. You can feel the energy of the platform kind of vibrating up your spine. Feel the crown of the head reaching up. Now, a spine stretch forward, you release the straps, the hands are reaching forward. You're going to tuck the chin and just let your upper body, your thoracic spine reach. You're using your upper abdominals. This is like an abdominal crunch. Separating your shoulder blades. Inhale, stack back up. Known as spine stretch forward. Squeeze the block. Exhale and nod the chin and stretch the fingertips. You want to keep the pelvis stacked. That's the trick. You're not dumping over. Stack it up. And one more time. Chin, ribs sinking toward the pelvis. Reach. Separate the shoulder blades, then pull them back. Now, you can release the blocks. Take your hands behind your head, lift the chest, open up. Now we're extending into that thoracic spine. Now lengthen the spine neutral and hinge forward. Get a nice big stretch. You should feel those hamstrings, the back of the knees opening up. And breathe. Going deeper into the hamstrings now, we're going to come into our C curve. I'm holding behind the knees. I'm scooting myself forward. I want some space in the platform and tucking. So here's our C curve. Now we'll go into marches. Bring one knee up and the other. So it all comes from the lower abdominals. You can use your hands to support you. You can see my spine is curved and breathe. Now, if you're beginning in a Pilates practice, you may want to stay here. I'm going to add on to this in a moment, but just know this is option 1. If both knees can't stay up and you can't balance, it's okay. As always, begin where you're at until you can get a little stronger. Now, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Find that neutral. C curve back again. You're going to bring the right knee in, and you can see this is called tabletop. I'm going to hold behind the knee joint. I'm going to extend my leg 1 time, and then again, exhale 2. And this is the 3rd time, 3. We're going to climb a tree. Hands go behind the back of the leg, and then you're going to pull your shoulders and lift your chest. And then once you're here in your tree, you're going to plug that thigh bone in the hip socket. Take a breath. Collarbones lift, chin in neutral. You're not lifting the chin up. And then walk down your tree. Knee comes in, and then place it down. Sit up tall. Let's do that on the left side. C curve, pull the knee back. There's your tabletop. And I like to take one hand to kind of guide me. My other hand's behind the knee. 3, exhale. 2, it's coming from the belly. And 1, once your leg's there, you're gonna come walk up the tree. Lift the chest, get nice and long. Inhale. Shoulders drop, heart lifts, exhale. One more breath. And then let's walk down our tree and place it down. I'm gonna go, my platform just came off, so I'm gonna put it back. And now I'm going on lateral, oscillate, level 3. I'm gonna kick it up. Okay, so we'll do climb a tree one more time. Sit tall, round your spine, exhale. 1 time stretch, 2 times, 3 times, walk up the tree, take a breath, and walk down your tree, bend the knee, place the foot down, sit tall. Take your left knee back, tabletop. We're gonna prep that hamstring stretch. 1, 2, 3, walk up your tree, interlace your fingers, press your bones into your hands, lift the chest, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk down your tree and restack. Bring the soles of the feet together, open up the hip flexors into what we know in our yoga practice as bound angle. There is an angle, a diamond shape you can see. And I'm going to put my feet on this platform so you can see, here's my bound angle. And that's going to open up the hips. Now we're going to go a little further into this since we prepped our lower abs, the knees bend, and I'm oscillating away sitting here. C curve. You can place your yoga blocks at your side if you're on your side like this. Press down in them, and let's go to our marches. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to bicycle by keeping both knees up, and we're going to take one leg out, then the other. For 3, I'm only doing 3 reps. 2, because we're going to repeat it. And 1, legs in boat pose, stretch up and scissor. 1, 2, and 3. Bend the knees. Restack your spine. Let's repeat that. Let's open up into the bound angle. Take a breath in. I'm going to give you modifications. I know that was kind of a doozy for some of us. Knees come together. You can place your hands on the platform. C curve back, and let's go into your tiny marches. Let me move my strap. 1, I'm going to go 5 reps this time. 2, breathe. 3, if you like to hold on, there's your balance point here, everybody. We can go into our bicycle or leg stretches. 1, exhale. 2, 3. This is what the really digging deep into the lower abs. 4, 5. Hold your boats. Remember, one foot can come down, the other at any time. Let's go into the scissors, and we go 1, 2, 3. C curve. Lift the heart. 4 and 5. Inhale. Exhale. Come down and open up. Whew, that was really juicy, wasn't it? Sit nice and tall, and we're going to open up your hips. So legs will be straight and wide. Roll back. Feel that C curve stretching, and inhale, reach all the way up. Now bring the legs together. Take a yoga block between the knees, and you're going to roll back and reach back. So my right hand's reaching toward my toes. My left arm is reaching back. Inhale, stretch up. C curve back, exhale all year. Pull the ribs back. Left hand reaching toward the left foot. I'm going to rotate. Look to the right thumb. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, rotate back and open up. Inhale. Squeezing that block will help to keep your pelvis from shifting as you rotate your upper spine. And come back. We've got 3 more of these. Rock it back, rotate. Remember what we talked about before, the seated rotation, our hips, our pelvis was rotating. Now it's just the ribs and the shoulders and the head. Come back up and C-curve it back. Look back. You've got 2 more of these. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze that block. Flex your feet, legs are straight. Feel how nice the platform feels on your spine. And back and reach. A lot of activity. You're stretching your fingers out. Last one here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, C-curve, and reach back. Imagine you're scooping sand. Push that sand and reach up. Last time on the left side. Back and reach up. Beautiful. Coming into Mermaid. So I'm going to give you a couple options. sitting with your left knee bent. Keep your foot flexed instead of pointing your toe. The right knee the leg can be out straight. You can bend your knee. And just check your hips. I like to have my hips stacked. So in our mermaid, we're going to take a nice side bend. Inhale up and bend over to the side. Now I've got two versions. I'm going to show you this one first, so try it with me. Again, your right leg could be anywhere. Come back. And let's take that stretch on the other side. So this is version 1 of mermaid. You're stretching your side bodies, keeping the hips still. You get a nice internal rotation, external rotation. Try the other side. Switch it around. So you see what I just did there? I just kind of flip my knees around. Flex the foot. If this is too much on your knees, straighten your left leg out. That's perfectly fine. But check in your hips and see if you can get them centered. Nice and tall here. Inhale up. And let's bend over first to the right. Getting a nice big stretch. If you can't feel the ground next to you, that's why your yoga block is there. You bring the ground to you. I've bent my elbow so I can get that nice side body sinking through my hip. Come back up, inhale, and then lift up and get that length. Check your head that you haven't pushed your head forward. It's in line with your spine. So that's our first mermaid. Now let's try this one. Come onto the floor with me. You can move your props out of the way. And I'm going to sit in that same position. In yoga, we call this deer pose. You're going to take your forearm over to the side here, and we're going to reach up. So this is really nice in the shoulders. We're going to get this nice mermaid stretch, but now we'll add some rotation, and your back muscles, your quadratus lumborum is going to stretch. Forearms on the platform. You're getting a side bend and rotation, just so yummy for your spine. Pressing down in your forearms and feel all the energy moving up from forearms to upper arm to shoulders. Imagine you've got a lemon under your chin and you're holding that lemon. Take a breath. Now let's bring our hands up and extend the spine. Lift the hearts and derotate yourself and bring it over. Other side. So come onto the platform, take a little transition here. I want to make sure we get both sides in. And now, one hip might hike up a little more than others. Be kind to yourself. Your leg can always be out here. We're going to go ahead and put our forearm on the platform. Get that little bit of side stretch. Watch your elbow. Okay, get that little bend. And then open up. I'm opening up both hands. This feels good on this side. And then I'm going to rotate. Tucking the chin in. Like you can make a fist. That might be a nice way to tactile feel that space. Rotating the spine, the hip, the cue wall is getting stretched out here. Be sure you're not dropping the head, crown of the head reaching away, pressing down into the platform. And then slide the hands back and press yourself up and lift up. Take a nice big breath in here and sigh it out. Excellent. And derotate. So since we're on the ground, let's go ahead and place both elbows on the platform and your legs are straight. This is a reverse plank pose, lifting the heart. We've done extension somewhat, and I think it's very important to balance out the flexion that we do in our Pilates practice and yoga practice with the extension as well. So you're pushing down. This is your version of reverse table pose. Some of you may want to put your hands here. It's a little bit more intense and push up and get a nice strong reverse table. Flex your feet, squeeze the glutes. Eyes gazing in a neutral position, heart lifts. Take a deep breath in and then slowly, carefully bring yourself down. Flip around and find your props. I actually have to get over to get them. Make sure I have enough time. We're going to work into the bridge series. Now there's a little bit of hip movement coming on here, so I'm excited to show you this part of it. So you'll lay flat. Your blocks are handy. Scoot your butt really close up and take one block between your thighs. I go really close up, not knees, thigh bones. Tuck your shoulders. Press into your feet. On an inhale, you'll feel everything expanding. Press into the feet on the exhale. Curl the tailbone up and lift up into your bridge. Palms pressing down, shoulder blades pressing down, looking toward your block, lifting the glutes. And just stay here for a few breaths. You're resting on your shoulder blades. You're compressing in your thyroid. This is your throat chakra, and we'll talk more about that in about 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. And slowly roll your spine down. Now, those of you that feel it's going to be really hard, my platform's shutting off, so let me come back up and put another 10 minutes on. Now, I had the oscillation. I'm going to add the lateral back again to it. There we go. Come on. And I'm on a speed of 3. Operator error here. Okay. So I had one block between my knees. I'm going to take that block out. I'm going to curl myself up and lift my hips high. And you can place this yoga block under your sacrum. It's going to keep you lifted. Now, I want to suggest that you all plan on not resting on the block. Use your hands. We're going to lift the hips up. Bring one knee up to tabletop. See what that feels like. And then place it down. By the way, listen to my voice rather than turn your head when you're laying flat. You want to really keep looking toward your knees and be kind to your spine. So we're going to do those tiny marches like we did seated in our bridge pose, just to test the water. Are you touching your block? You want to be off the block. One more march on each foot, transferring the weight cheek to cheek. Take a big breath and lift the hips high and roll back down onto your block. So you've got a little bit of extension here. Let's add on to this. Inhale, prepare. You're going to bridge up. The hip bones lift. Right leg comes to tabletop. We're going to reach that right big toe to the ceiling. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up for 5 and 4 and 3. Every time you lift up, you're using your left glute. 2 and 1. Stay lifted with me and circle that leg 5 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Steady as it goes. And 4. One more. Reverse the circle. They don't have to be big. 1 and 2. Left knee is steady. 3 and 4. 5. Find the center of that circle. Lift up. Inhale. Bend the knee. Exhale. Place the foot down. One more inhale to lift the hips. I'm going to move my block to roll all the way down. Preparing for the next side. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. Now you can take that block underneath your pelvis or not. Bring the left knee to tabletop. Press into the right foot. Extend the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale, lift it up. Either way, you can breathe either way. I cue both directions. Just stretching and lifting. You've got 2 more, toes to the sky. Hands pressing into the ground. 1 more, lift up and make circles for 5. Cross your center line. 4, you can go as big as you want. 3 and 2. I'm making big ones this direction. I'm going to go small the next direction. Little ones for me. 5. Press into the right foot. 4, 3, 2. Core strength here, everybody. 1, lift the leg to the sky, bend the knee, place the foot down, take a deep breath in. Exhale and roll all the way down. Whew. Soles of the feet come together. Here's our Supta Baddha Konasana one more time. Sweep your hands out wide, take them behind your head, lift your head and shoulders, look at your feet jiggling away on the platform. Take one fist and make sure you can make a fist under your chin. I do not want you to jam your chin to your chest. You're lengthening your neck. Now let's go ahead and lift up, lower down. Shoulders and head lift and lower down. Use your exhale. Feel the ribs sliding down toward the hip bones. We'll do about 5 more of these. Notice I didn't do more than 3 to 8 reps on any of our work. That's all you need to do in this practice. It's mindfully moving Last one, hold it here. Take a deep breath in, check in with that neck, shoulders, feet together, and lower down. Allow yourself to rest for a moment in this wonderful pose, opening up your groin, relaxing your stomach, your lower back, opening up the chest, feeling the breath move from the belly all the way to the head. Take a big sigh out of your mouth. Awesome. So at this point, my Life Pro friends and family, you have choices. You always have choices. You can go ahead and bring your knees together and extend your legs over the platform and come into what we call our corpse pose. I like, if you're staying there, put your left hand on your heart. That's your heart chakra. Take your right hand on your belly. The thumb is on the navel point, fingertips fanning down to the pubic bone. So you're in the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And you're going to breathe there. You can stay there for the next few minutes until your platform shuts off. Or if you'd like to join me, you're going to slowly bend both knees, press your feet into the platform, shift your hips over to one side, roll to the side in the fetal pose. Slowly make your way up, one little bit at a time. The head is the last thing to come up. And then once you're up here, let's come back onto the platform and just sit here like we started. Get comfy, wiggle a little bit. Just notice your shoulders, notice your spine. You might feel a lot more supple, the knees. And let's end our practice like we do with all our yoga practices, bringing the hands to the heart. We're joining male and female energy together. This is at the place that at the heart where we meet, the place that heals all. Life Pro friends and family, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to join you and guide you in this Yogalates practice today. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in, send me a private message, whatever works for you. And please join me next weeks to come in our new series, our chakra series. Until we meet again, may you be blessed, feel safe, stay strong and healthy. Namaste.